New X-Men, Bright New Mourning, one of two. Previously, the X-Men are reeling from the worst blow in their history. Their headquarters, the Xavier Institute for Higher Learning, has been reduced to rubble. The city of New York and its many famous landmarks are in ruins, with hundreds of people killed in the destruction. And one of the most beloved of their numbers, Jean Grey, is dead. All of this was done by the X-Men's greatest foe, the mutant master of magnetism, Magneto. Magneto himself was killed in the battle with the X-Men at the hands of Wolverine, but the damage he has inflicted upon the Earth remains. Professor Xavier, founder of the X-Men, has left to return Magneto's body to the island nation of Genosha, a land Magneto once ruled. Cyclops, field leader of the X-Men and widower of Jean Grey, is left behind to take the helm. Though Jean's death has left Cyclops free to pursue an affair with the other woman in his life, Emma Frost, he remains in mourning for Jean. Meanwhile, the students of the Xavier Institute are without a home, and someone must take care of them. Cyclops, Scott Summers, Optic Blast, Emma Frost, Telepath, Beast, Hank McCoy, Strength, Agility. Westchester, New York. You do that so well, Mr. Summers. Scott? Oh, it's all right, Emma. We're not doing anything wrong, Scott. Jean's gone, and there's nothing bad about what we did before or now. I know, I feel a bit uneasy with everyone coming, for Jean's memorial. A Bright New Mourning, Part 1 of 2. The Xavier Institute, former home of the X-Men. Especially given all the other trauma everyone's been through lately. Paying your respects? He was. Is Professor Xavier planning on rebuilding the school, Hank? Oddly, he's left that up to us, Scott. He's gone to Genosha with Logan, and I'm not even sure he's ever coming back. What? He has to come back, Henry. He can't close the school. Well, that was the impression I got. This recent horror with Magneto left him drained and lost. I think he may have had enough of being exposed and constantly on the defensive. So we'll move the school someplace secret and safe where no one knows we're mutants. We don't need Xavier. I have money, and we can run things ourselves. No, I don't mean to speak for you, Hank, but I'm not interested in running a school. I think I feel like Charles does, It's time to move on. As much as I understand the need for the school to continue, I'd be lying if I said my experiments wouldn't take priority. Whether you mean to or not, Scott, I believe you speak for me as well. Fine. You two can sit in the hot tub while I run the school. But the Institute is too important. We can't just let it end. Yes, we can, Emma. And honestly, I think we should. But what about the children? Who will teach them, Scott? Who will protect them? They can return to their families, who should be the ones protecting them anyway, or stay at the temporary X-Corps building in Salem Center, where they are now. They're safe there. Here, they're just a target. But let someone else run the operation, not us. We deserve some time for each other, a life away from all this. And I deserve some time for a life with someone I care for. Someone you. There are things more important than a life with someone, Scott. You know, I like Emma, but don't you think it's a bit disrespectful to have these displays with her, to kiss her at Jean's gravesite? Well, isn't it hypocrisy to pretend I feel otherwise? If Jean is still around, either as a ghost in heaven or otherwise, she knows what I'm doing. Anyway, I suppose you're right. And hopefully Jean is still around, as you say. She was the Phoenix, after all. Yes. Looks like my ride is leaving. Can you give me a lift back into town, Hank? Of course. You really think the professor won't come back? Won't rebuild? Well, as I said, the experience with Magneto seems to have taken a serious toll on him. And remember, it came right on the heels of what we all went through with the school riot and Cassandra Nova. Even before Magneto, she nearly destroyed... Oh my stars and garters. She's got to still be in here, right? The backup generators should have kept the force field up, but Magneto destroyed so much. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Salem Center. I am not just someone. And I will not just abandon these students, especially not my girls. What are you idiots doing? This is a school, a place of sanctuary for children. What is wrong with you people? Not listening? All right. Erotic overload for you all. Hey, how do you know that was even a mutant? Well, either that or a prostitute, the way she dresses. And I don't want them in my town either.
Scott.
Did you say something, Hank? No, nothing. I think the eeriness of this place is getting to you. Isn't it strange how something that was once so familiar can become so alien now? I'm not even sure what part of the sub-basement we're in. Yeah, and it doesn't help knowing that some of the people who used to be down here were usually trying to kill us. Cassandra's cell would be this way, I believe. That looks like the control console for the danger room. Cassandra's cell would be on the other end and to the right. Well, if the control room is still where it used to be, that is, Magneto must have run through here like a tornado. Nothing seems to be where I remember it. Wonder what other surprises we'll find down here. Oh, you know Xavier, Scott. It's always an adventure.
Hey, she's awake. See? I told you she wasn't dead. I didn't say Miss Frost was dead. I said she looked dead. You did not. We said, let's go get her. And you said, she's dead. Leave her in the street.
Focus, children. Focus.
Yes, darlings. Can we please stop the pointless bickering? I am alive, but you're pushing me closer to death with your squabbling.
Here, let me help you up, miss.
And who might you be? I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
I'm the assistant mayor of this city, Salem Center. And I'm afraid the mayor and I may be largely responsible for this violent outbreak. Scott, are you all right? Stop asking if I'm all right and do something, Hank. I think I can shut the system down provided it's running remotely. I don't need a play-by-play. Ow. Now, that's gonna leave a mark. Your jokes aren't helping. Is it my fault your powers are useless unless you can turn and face the thing? Useless? The mayor and I called a town meeting to head off some fears among the citizens that had been growing since Magneto's attack on New York. There had been some isolated incidents of violence against mutants fighting back, and I wanted to stop things before they got serious. But then gathering everyone together brought things instantly to a head. Is that it? Of course it did. Group Dynamics 101. Well, my mental gifts seem a bit diminished since that charming blow to the head. I doubt I could affect all of these people and calm them by myself. So, is there a back way out of here? Don't you think we would have taken it already if there was? Don't raise your voice to me, Phoebe. I know you and your sisters have lost all respect for me, darling. But there's no cause to be rude, is there? Perhaps you should remain locked in puberty until you learn some manners, eh? You don't scare me, Miss Frost. Oh, give me time, Phoebe, darling. Give me time. Scott,
It's me, Emma, and I need your assistance, if you please. Scott, can you hear me?